go ahead and get started. First off, I want to say thank you for coming through my YouTube channel, checking out player rankings. Well, this won't be more of not like player rankings, more of a evaluation. And I'm very sorry if I couldn't get everybody. I got a list of names from coaches, from other people. So please, if I forget anybody, just message me or leave a comment, and I'll promise I'll get you on the next evaluation. This is evaluation 1. We got tons of athletes. We got 8 teams, well over. That's about almost over 150 kids. So bear with me, and I promise I'll get back to you. But like I said, I want to thank you all for coming by visiting. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Player evaluation. So I want to start with the Sharks. Sharks had a good season. They finished last year. They was runners up. Fell short of the championship, and they made a nice run this year, trying to get back into the face of getting back to the top. And actually, they had one goal, and that was to win the championship this year. But they fell short to a very good team. So the first player I want to start off with is Xavier. Xavier, nice player. He's not a big player. He's very fast. You know, as a kid that I seen in the weight room working with his dad, he has a good eye for the ball. He plays safety. He has a good eye for the ball. Actually, the Sharks was my #1 team coming in defensive wise. You know, they put up a lot of points on defense. They held a lot of teams under 12 points. Some teams didn't even score on them. But Xavier had a real nose for the ball. The ball's in the air. He's going to get it. He even took one back for pick 6. You know, the kid has a good eye for the ball. We'll love to see that player advance next year, and can't wait till he get to that point. He in the middle school level. Next player I want to talk about is Sean. I don't believe Sean's not in the city public schools or anywhere around this area, but this kid, he's about, I want to say he's maybe about 5'9", 5'10", I don't know, well over 200 pounds. He's a big load up front. He held it down on defense at the nose guard, plugging up the A gaps. He actually changed a lot of teams' perspective of going up the middle. So a lot of teams had to bounce on the outside, which the Sharks had speedy guys on the outside, containing the outside. And with this guy up front, man, he was just killing stuff. You know, he's a big kid, you know, but I think things I want to see him work on is being more enthusiastic and getting more physical with his hands and getting a lot more faster. And that kid, he put those key tools together in this package. He's going to be a dominant force here in the near future. So that is Sean. Good job, boy. Next kid I want to talk about is Nari. He's a running back. You know, the kid, he faced adversity a couple of times. You know, he felt down about himself. But he's a really explosive kid. He's a real good kid. Things he got to work on is, you know, just taking care of the ball. You know, you gotta hold the ball tight. You know, times in games you fumbled a lot, and you know it's one of those things, man. You just gotta take care of. You know, so I really like that kid. You know what? It come down to it, if I had to rate him star wise, he'd be a 3-star. Good job, Nari. Next kid I want to talk about is Dominique. Dominique played quarterback for the Sharks. He had a real good outstanding season, but things he got to work on is more confidence. You know, he work on his confidence factor. He can be a W force, and so with that being said, he'll be another 3-star athlete. Another player that's coming up for the Sharks is Tyrell McGraw. I think that's his last name. But Tyrell, he's young. I seen him in a couple games running the ball. I'm like, ooh, this kid's like a bowling ball, you know. So that's a real nice little package what the Sharks got coming up. And for that player to be that young and stepping in, he'll be a 2-star athlete, and hopefully see him up in the stage of a 4 and 5-star come next year. Next kid I like to talk about is Jalon Jones. Jalon was a big force factor for the Sharks. He held nothing back. He really was a momentum setter. You know, Jalon, he's very physical up front. He might have led the teams in tackles up in the trenches. What I mean by trenches, up in the front 8 line of scrimmage. So Jalon Jones, he definitely is a 5-star, and hope to see what he can do next year. All right, next thing I want to talk about is 49ers. 49ers had a good year. I think they put up more wins than what they had last year. Good job for the 49ers. The kid I want to talk about, I've been watching them last year, Kanias Russell. Kanias, he been in the weight room. He lost a couple pounds and put on a lot more muscle. He got more physical, and he was rated last year as a 5-star. And I think this year too, he still right there in the 5-star range. Another kid I want to talk about is Jair Allison. Jair Allison, I think he had a little bit of slow start this year, but I think with that, they had more weapons on their team, and you know, so he was able to maintain his status from last year. But I think Jay, coming off this year, he'll be considered a 3-star athlete as well too. Another kid I want to talk about is Daniel Walton. Daniel Walton watched a couple of games. He had a slow start, but towards the end of the season, he really showed that he's a physical back, and he's not scared to take the workload. I think Daniel will come in as a 3-star, and looking forward for him reaching that 4 and 5-star rating. All right. Another team I want to talk about, Raiders have a couple players I want to have Alex Ward, Zaymar, Marmar, Jairus, and Cam Allen. New head coach, coming in, new system, new plays, new defense. You know, I think most part with the Raiders and these athletes were they key players. The games I've seen, they put up a fight. A lot of their games was very, very, very low scoring games, and with some very nice contending teams. But those players really show capability of how to fight, and actually all these players right here, they will come down being 3 and 4-star athletes. All right. Now the Panthers, Lima Panthers, is a team that I had watched from the beginning. They have a few key players that can make a lot of noise and make a lot of damage and make your eyebrows go ooh. London is another. He's another player that I watched last year that really grew into himself this year. Last year he wasn't even rated last year, but I think London will come down to this year being he'll be a 4-star athlete. Another kid I want to talk about. He's very young. Seen a couple games. He's not even supposed to be on the field at this age right now, but JL's he's a kid. He's very fast. He's not that big, but he's not scared to hit neither. But JL's coming off. He's playing with the big boys, and he's actually playing in a little league, little boys championship game before the big boys playing the championship. So they got it's a double header. So JL, I'm gonna have to list him as of right now. JL's a 5-star. Wait and see what he can do in both championship games. Let's go ahead and go to the Gators. Gators have Gators have a lot. They got a loaded team. They're loaded. They're loaded up front. I can't see her name every single kid, but they're very loaded. I think they're front line. I'm going ahead and rate them. They are 3 to 4-star athletes up there on that front line. Another player who came out on top didn't have a good season last year, but with good coaching, they'll bring out the best. Crew was a nice receiver, had more touchdowns than than what expected. Last year I don't think he even had none, but this year I think he was rolling in maybe about 5 or 6 touchdowns. So Crew with the nice hands. I'm going to come and rate him at a 4-star athlete. Another athlete I want to talk about is Eli. Eli's a very tall kid. He's actually a field goal kicker too. He has some really nice catches, and what he like to do, he like to do the head tap, which we love. We love the celebrations. Don't take it away. So Eli, I'm going to go ahead and put Eli at another 4-star athlete. And another player I want to come across with the Gators is Sebastian. Sebastian had a couple games. He threw nice touchdown passes, but some games he threw a few interceptions. I think what the kid need to work on in the off season going into middle school is having more eager and reading more defense and putting more velocity on your ball. And so with a nice career going in Little League and going to the championship game, I'm going to rate you at I'll put you at a 4-star. All right, so let's get down to the top contenders in the league. I think these kids right here really push their team to the limits. So I want to start off with the Cowboys. Cowboys had one player on their team really stood up and caught my eye, and he was a quarterback. He was Mr. All. He did it all what he can for the Cowboys, and that's Malachi. He's a big solid kid. Big solid kid. Love to see what this kid can do going into middle school. So I'm going to go ahead and rate this kid at a 5-star. Next kid I want to call out is Cartel. Cartel played for the Lima Bulldogs. Cartel, I think he actually maybe is accounted for most of the touchdowns on his team. Cartel, he showed no quit. He played all the games they had this season, and he really held his own. And he's a very good team player. And with that being said, Cartel, you are a 5-star. All right, another player I want to call out. He played for the Lima Packers. Lima Packers won a championship last year, and they lost a lot of weapons, and some of their weapons had to step down and be a blocker. But this kid, Byron, he's a Packers quarterback. I did a couple sessions on him, filming this kid and watching him on the sideline. I heard him tell the coaches that he can't do it, and but he did it. He showed a lot of fight. He took a lot of hits, but one thing this kid did not do, he did not give up, not one time. This kid fought to the end. He cried, but he stayed in there. So I'm going to have to rate this kid at a 5-star athlete as well too. Okay, we have another player coming from the Lima Panthers. Lima Panthers are in the championship game. This player right here, he's small. He's not very big, but he got a heart of a lion. This kid right here, he'll go up and catch any ball that's in the air. He'll step down and he'll play quarterback. But this kid right here, he got it all. That's little Jamil. Jamil is an athlete. So let's go ahead and rate this kid at a 5-star athlete. All right. Now, I have 2 players left on my list. One for the Panthers and one for the Gators. Now, they both play in the championship game. Then I'm actually going to rank these 2 players top 2. No specific order right now. I think the MVP, what I'm present from Jaws Elite, what I'm present this Sunday, I have Amari Cheatham and my man Dman, little foster boy. These 2 kids, showed tremendous heart. I think both of them are actually leading the league in touchdowns, but I think Dman might got an edge on him, on Amari. But them two boys, they flat out play. So let's go ahead and do a player write-up on these guys. Dman, he's the talk of the league. He's a fast running back. He's very shifty. Actually, I worked with this kid in the off season in a couple sessions. He's a very shifty kid, but I think a couple things what he need to work on is being more enthusiastic and taking care of the ball. Those are the things that will make him a deadly player, you know. So I'm going to go ahead and rate this kid at a 5-star. All right, my next kid, Amari Cheatham, Lima Panthers. This kid is phenomenal. This kid is phenomenal. Defense, offense, you name it. He has a nose for the ball when he's on defense. The ball's in the air, he's going to get it, and he's taking it back to the house. Offensively, he's very explosive. I think the first game when they played the Lima Gators, I was kind of skeptical about him because he didn't produce much on offense, but he produced on defense. You know, so I'm going ahead and rate this kid at a 5-star athlete. But when it comes down to the MVP race, it will be Dman and Amari Cheatham. So whoever wins this championship game will be considered the MVP. But thank you for watching. Stay tuned with Jaws Elite. Peace out.